guitar. Greetings, sports fans. We're coming at you tonight from the Woodlands, Texas this week. On the road again. It's pretty cold out. What we're going to do is take some advice on our first guitar. So we're going to kind of go through a bit of a checklist. You want to play guitar, you have no idea where to start. Do I get an acoustic? Do I get an electric? What am I going to do? So first thing, if you think playing a guitar is something you're going to want to do for a long time, you're not just a rebel playing some Ozzy Osbourne, but you're going to be doing this a long time. So you want to have an instrument that's going to help you get the most out of it. So what am I talking about? Is playing the chords, really, being able to hit all 5, all 6 strings on this thing, and a big determining factor is are you going to be able to play a bar chord or not? All right, so we're back to our first guitar. It really should be an acoustic guitar because we're gonna learn so much. We're gonna learn so much about chords, bar chords, more about music in general with this rather than an electric where you're gonna be out there learning a few power chords, maybe trying some licks that you see on YouTube or something like that. Those things aren't gonna stay with you. So definitely you're thinking acoustic. All right, so the choices once you get to an acoustic then is what kind of strings are you gonna get? All right, so you either got the steel or your other metallic type strings all the way, or you get a nylon. All right, so what I'm showing you here, this Lucero picked up from the Guitar Center. If you look closely, we've got some smooth nylon strings, kind of like catgut here. All right, so these are the 3 top strings, and they look like they're on the bottom, but they call them top strings because they're the higher pitched ones. All right, and then the metallics on the top, just to help with the bass and resonation. But these nylons are going to be a lot easier for you to play. They won't tear up your hands. They'll allow you to get those, those bar chords in, like this evil G minor here. Much easier. Then you can come up to the B minor. Trying to do this on a steel string acoustic is just not fun. I mean, it's just going to tear you up, and you're going to try, and you're going to have to come up with some capos and all this type of thing. Here's a capo here on the end. But anyway, the nylon's much more forgiving. All right, so the next consideration in your first acoustic, we're going to be looking at the size of the instrument. So my first one was like a 3/4 size Oscar Schmidt. And that actually, did pretty well. That's kind of the low end, most entry level guitar. But it had the nylon strings, and it was small. I could, move around. And if you have kids, they might be able to pick up on that smaller size. What you're looking at with this Lucero now, this has got a wider neck, and it's kind of actually really wide. So some people are gonna, especially if you have the smaller hands, this might be something that won't work for you. It's got to fit you, right? But on the other hand, you'll have a lot more spacing on your strings, so you'll be able to find your home easier, out there on this wide fretboard. All right, so after we talk about the size of the instrument, then you're going to take a look at more of the cut. So we talked about, you may have aspirations of playing solos and things like that. Well, you can still do that with an acoustic, and I'll talk about how you can amplify these. But what I'd like you to think about is, instead of getting the no cut, which is going to be just your classic acoustic shape, you're going to be kind of, even though you have frets up here in this zone, above the double dots, you're going to be sort of limited by how far you can reach at this fretboard unless you get this cutaway. So this is more like a Les Paul style cutaway, single cutaway on this shape, this instrument. So that's going to allow you to get up here, and you can play your E pentatonic. So you can get way up there. get that E, that E pentatonic. You could even do some of your worship solos like that. So think about that cutaway, if you ever want to think about learning the lead. All right, so after the cut, let's get to the features. All right, so nowadays there's so many features out there. This Lucero actually blew me away because, first off, I'm kind of a wood grain freak, and then you can kind of see I got some beautiful, glossy type finish here. Some different variety of wood cuts, and different colors. So the aesthetics, you're going to be looking at. And look how they preloaded this one with knobs for your guitar strap. So a lot of these acoustics, you have to tie them on to the above the nut up there. The other thing is, let's take a look. Do you want to go out and buy a separate tuner or just tune by ear? Or what you can do is get one with a tuner built in. So you just pop in that 9-volt in there, and you can see your guitar's in tune all the time. I mean, that's just crazy. All right, so next, yeah, it's an acoustic that's designed to broadcast sound through the sound hole right here. But still, that's sometimes not enough. So you get in the band, you want to amplify. Now check out this feature right here. So instead of having the 1/4-inch jack, plug in and giving up my finish, they're using a knob to plug in, your acoustic into an amplifier. So you're going to have this here anyway. Why have another piece of hardware sticking out? So this thing is just, I found, loaded with features. All right, so again, you got your bar chords. So we're thinking about bar chords. All right, so to think about Nirvana, you heavy metal guys, yes I do have some bar chords. Yes I can play some bar chords. So go ahead and think about getting your acoustic nylon string first guitar. There you go, sports fans. Check in again soon.